your head up going through. Persevere. And remember, even though the sky is gray, the sun still shines.
Even though the sky is gray, don't see it, but the sun still shines. Don't appreciate the brighter days till you make it through the darkest nights. Always gotta go through something. No drama would be too much like right. Nothing wrong with you wishing how you want it to be, but reality only grants real life. Don't you worry. That not a dime of your money would come out of your check when you got paid. Or at a traffic stop, it'd be all good with the cop. Hand you that ticket, then be on your way. We get past our differences and learn to love and live as one. But see, life has a way of slapping you in the face with the problem and make you feel outdone. See, one thing that we know about problems, now the one's impossible to solve. When you make it do what it do and finally make it through, in the end, the strength and your resolve. Gotta stay the course, walk in the light, be prepared to fight if the need should arise. Remember that struggle and strain come before victory and gain, just like Kendrick say. Even though the sky is gray, don't see it, but the sun still shines. Don't appreciate the brighter days till you make it through the darkest nights. Always gotta go through something. No drama would be too much like right. Nothing wrong with you wishing how you want it to be, but reality only grants real life. Don't you wish that on your 9 to 5 it wasn't 40 and 2 off and 5 on? If you broke up with your ex, don't be no extra plex. Charge it to the game and move the hell on. I could rid the world of greed or save the day like Superman or Goku, but I don't have them superpowers. All that I can do is lend a hand with what you may go through. Then again, one good thing we know about problems, now the one's impossible to solve. When you make it do what it do and finally make it through, in the end, the strength is your resolve. Gotta stay the course, walk in the light, be prepared to fight if the need should arise. Remember that struggle and strain come before victory and gain, just like Kendrick say. Even though the sky is gray, don't see it, but the sun still shines. Sun still shines. Don't appreciate the brighter days till you make it through the darkest nights. Always gotta go through something. No drama would be too much like right. Nothing wrong with you wishing how you want it to be, but reality only grants real life. We gon' be alright. Want you to know we gon' be alright. Even when the sky is gray, sun gon' shine and the rain gon' go away.
So I just want you to remember, after the darkest night, always comes the brightest day. No more worrying, keep your head up to the sky, be light. Remember, even though you don't see the sun still shines.
Good morning. Good morning. What's good? Grand Rising and salutations. You are at the table. For all that are tuned in, you are at the table this morning with Lyric and Chosen. Right now, I'm over here by myself at the table with all this food to eat. Anyway, I got my boy Malcolm with me, so I really ain't by myself and everything. So it's another Monday morning, the day after Father's Day. So you already know. For one thing, we're going to talk about, man, how was your Father's Day to all the fathers? Happy Father's Day to all the fathers, you know, belated. I don't even want to say, we didn't say belated. Every day is Father's Day. If you celebrated it, if y'all want to call in, 832-560-2885. If y'all want to call in, hey, tell us how you celebrated your Father's Day. As for myself, man, you know, my mom's and my best friend, they wound up taking me to go get me a little steak. Went to Longhorn Steakhouse yesterday, then double back and got a chance to go see some of my family. Saw my aunt, and then a couple of my cousins. And one of my cousins I hadn't seen since he was knee-high to a dragonfly. And it was like really, really, really dope. You know what I'm saying? So I had plans on going to the movies yesterday, but that didn't happen because I spent time with my family, which was a very good trade-off. So how was y'all Father's Day? We didn't get a chance to talk about like what gifts are appropriate for Father's Day. But since Father's Day was yesterday and y'all want to talk about that, we can call us at 832-560-2885 is the number to call in to weigh in. You know what I mean? What did you as far as what did you get, or maybe not even what did you get, or what do you think a appropriate gift for Father's Day is? Did you get the barbecue pit uh equipment? Did you get something to the stuff that help you with the honey-do list? You know what I'm saying? That honey-do list. That's a crazy one right there. That honey-do list, man, is like that right there. Make a single man overthink and make a single man rethink trying to be into a relationship or ever get married again. Malcolm, what you think about that honey-do list, man?
I don't.
Whatever that honey-do list, dude.
I don't mind. I don't mind at all. I don't mind when they throw the honey-do list at me because most of the honey-do list is already done before they even give it to me.
Yeah.
But what my weak point is the handyman type stuff, the fixing electrical outlets and fixing fans and mounting TVs, stuff like that. I have a problem with. Not really a problem like finding the studs in the wall.
Yeah.
That's a problem for me. Like I'm one of them dudes that I'll hang a TV and the TV will fall off the wall because I didn't find the problem. I didn't find the stud.
You didn't find a stud.
Yeah. So, but vacuuming, washing the dishes, washing the clothes, washing the cars, whatever around the house, just basic stuff. They don't even have to ask me about all that.
Mm-hmm.
It's done.
Yeah. I got you, man, on that. Yeah, it's
done
for real. I know what that is, dog. I know how that is. But yeah, man, you get that honey-do. Well, I say this like this: the honey-do list. Whenever you got a day off, whenever you and then you get hit with, oh, he off today. Let me see what I can give him to do.
Yeah.
Nah, man. Honey-do list is cool. It's all right at times, man. Sometimes you don't want to be bothered
at all.
But then there you go, man. I gotta go. Y'all know, as men, y'all already know we had this. Man, I gotta go. Yes, dear.
You gotta go get it done.
Like, yeah, all right, man. You got it.
But other times I don't want to be bothered. I get it done when I get ready. It's a dude on TikTok. I'm glad you brought this up. It's a dude on TikTok. I want y'all to go follow. If I'm not mistaken, it's called Bougie and Country. Bougie, she's bougie and he, man, I forgot. I'll tell y'all before the show is over with. But anyway, the whole thing about the TikTok, they go viral almost every post.
Okay.
Because the whole premise behind their TikTok is he's country as all outdoor.
Mm-hmm.
She's bougie. So he's on he's sponsored by several different companies to go out to these fishing tournaments.
Okay.
So about every week he's going on, twice a month, he's going on a 2-week fishing trip.
All right, fishing expeditions.
So he's all out in the garage. He got a whole store out in the garage. Anyway, the whole thing about the TikTok is he's country.
She's
in
bougie.
Contrast to her, she bougie. She can't understand why he's all into this fishing tackle and all this stuff. So I need y'all to go follow them. I'll get the name in just a minute. It's on TikTok, Bougie and somebody. But it's funny, and I brought it up because he always says about this honey-do list.
Yeah.
He'll come back from the 2-week fishing trip, and she'll have a honey-do list this long, and his whole thing is, I'm a grown ass man. I'm a grown A man. I'll do that list when I get ready. That he has merchandise and everything. Grown A man. And she has grown A woman on her shirt. So
you ever tell me what to do?
So yeah. That's funny, I'm gonna look them up on TikTok though. Honey-dos though.
The honey-do list.
I pretty much do them when I get ready. Because like I said, I maintain almost every day.
Yeah.
So it's not much to do, except for you want me to hang a TV or hang a fan. I'm not too good at that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
How about you? You a handyman?
Not really, man, but I can learn. I learn, sir. I mean, I have my set of skills, but for me, I don't. Whatever it is I don't know how to do, I find somebody that can, and then whenever they come do, I pay. Like my pops always told me, say you gonna learn you gonna pay for your education one way or another.
One way or the other, huh?
One way or another, you're gonna pay for your education. So like, I remember one time when I had my crib, man, I had a leak. And so I don't know how to fix a leak. I know how to you know, I know how to postpone one and make it to where it won't, the damage won't be as bad.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I can call somebody. I call a plumber. I can call somebody out there and call them out there. And when I pay him this tuition, whether it be $90, $100, I sit there and I look and see what that's where that came from. Oh, that's what that is. Oh, okay. So I think as men, we start getting them. We get that. I guess I'll call it the Mega Man ability. The Mega Man, if y'all don't know Mega Man, once again, I'm finna dig into my stuff that I know, you know what I'm saying, like the video games and stuff. So Mega Man is a character, and when he fight the enemy and whatever enemy he defeats, he gain their ability, he gain a weapon. And so it's like I tap into my Mega Man. So I can call this plumber up. I sit there and watch the plumber do what he did. And then after the plumber's done, then I'm like, okay, I know how you did that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Now I know how you did it. So I can do it next time. So I gain your ability. So that helps. And I think as men, we all have that ability. And then but we just access it different. So that's why we're good. We can be good at the honey-do list in all aspects. It just depends on how well you learn that ability. Sometimes you might have to go back and look at it again and again a few times to actually get it down pat. But yeah, you can definitely learn that ability. We gonna find a way as a man. As men, we find a way. If it's somebody that, if I don't know how to do it, I'm gonna find somebody that can, and I'll learn from them.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? So, but I mean, like, I ain't gonna lie. Like, I at first, at one point in time, you know, it's like I know how to do stuff. It's just that I used to be like lazy with it. You know what I'm saying? I do stuff on my terms. I'll be like, I do it when I get ready. I do it when I feel like doing it.
Right.
But I don't have to. You know, now I'm more conscious, more mature. You know, I do stuff before, like you said, you know what I'm saying? I do stuff before the need arise. You ever see this TikTok where they had if I can find it out if Malcolm or YouTube, TikTok, whichever, if he can find it and he'll post it up there. But there's like this one where like the son be in the bed, and it's either the father or the other. It's two of them. It's one with a father and it's one with a mother. And they're like, well, whenever your mother how they act when you done did everything that they wanted you to do before you did it. It's a Saturday morning, lay in the bed, and then they go in there in the room and say, I need you to get up. Get up, vacuum the floor. And he be there in the bed. The kid be in the bed. So I already did it. You already did it. Yeah. Well, I need you to get up and go take that trash out. Oh, I did that too.
I can't remember that. It's on TikTok?
Yeah, it's on TikTok, and I think it's, you know, you can find it on Instagram too. It's a real, and it's like everything that you done did, they would ask for you to do, you done already did it. So, and it's like, that's how they feel like you being smart because you done did everything.
Oh,
it's like, hey, I need you to get up and wash some dishes too. You know, I already did that. You mowed the lawn? Yeah, I did that. The bag's out in front. All this stuff on a Saturday morning that they want you to do is like, that's how I was like, when I was younger, growing up under my mom and them roof, you know, I kind of did stuff like that when I was like, they tell you one thing, your parents or your guardians, they tell you the wrong thing to tell a young kid is hey man, look, if you get up in the morning, you get all your work done, you got all day to play.
All day.
Oh, really?
Till the sun go down.
Yes, yeah. If you do it now, you got all day to play. Like you can go chill, whatever you want to do. Oh, for real? So I just get up in the morning, and for all the things that I know how to do without the assistance of an adult, and I get them things done, and I ain't gotta worry about it for the rest of the day. That's the worst skill unlocked that you want to give a black kid. Like, cause that's why they made that little thing. Like it's like you getting smart. Like, yeah. Wait a minute, what you did? You did it? Yeah, I did that already. Uh-huh. Well, I need you to go put this go put the laminate down on the floor. Dog, I did that already. Well, you getting smart with me? No, you trying to find something for you to do.
I think I have seen that one.
Yeah, I know you probably have, man. I wish I could find it and I'll put up there, man. But when y'all tuned in, I had to play that Sun Still Shines once again. It's another song written by myself, produced by Big Rick. Y'all usually see him as Donnie Wilson when he pops up in here. He produced that beat and I wrote that track and I sung the song, of course. But yeah, it's Monday, man. If you helping y'all come off this Sunday, this weekend, you know, coming off that weekend high, coming down off that weekend hangover, And Monday we got to get back to it if you got to go back to work. You know, shouts out to the people that ain't got to get up and go to no corporate. Then they got their own thing and they can report to the office whenever they feel like it. You know, whenever you get ready. So shout out to y'all too. But for those of us that do have to go, you know, pop in and knock a clock, then we're gonna get it. You know what I'm saying? We got another 5 days. So until we get to another weekend, you know, get that sun still shines, let you know, man, whatever it is you got going on, we're gonna make it. Speaking of the sun shining, man, looked at the weather. It's supposed to rain like every day after tomorrow or whatever. So for some people that work jobs that weather affects them, yeah, man, I guess the takeaway from that is just make sure just know that you're finna have a bigger check. You know what I'm saying? Because some of us that have to, like, when the rain affects operations and stuff, and you kind of got to stay a little bit longer because the rain then slows some stuff down, knock some stuff around or whatever, and then you got to go out there and mandatory overtime and some of these places because of the weather. Hey, just look at it like this. Hey, check gonna be a little bit bigger, you know. So that's it. But and I hope that it's not as bad because this weather has been really, really finicky for the last. This is just June. We ain't even into like hurricane season. So we didn't already had the torrential rain. Let's think. Once again, man, if y'all own and y'all listening, 832-560-2885. Y'all call in and y'all know how we do. Y'all know we be talking about a myriad of things, man. Most of the time we don't have no program. Hey, we're going to talk about this and decorum. We do what we want. The only thing we don't do is curse on morning show. That's it. But we can talk, y'all, as y'all see now, I'm dishing them out and putting them on there. So your Father's Day. How did you spend your Father's Day? Was your Father's Day cool? What's an appropriate gift for a father? Then, you know, I just got to talk about this weather and everything. You know, it's Monday, you know, getting back into the swing of things, you know, and what what to expect from this week. And then we got to talk, and then we just start talking about this weather. We not even in hurricane season, and we already seeing the torrential rain that usually be coming around February. Like before then, like that rain that used to come with that cold. Like the rain that used to go with that cold, man, that little torrential rain that used to happen is like it's starting to happen like now. Like we get like when it rains here, it rains now. Like I remember it raining, and then you know some of the times the rain be harmless. But now when it rains, it's like it's up there. There she go. I hear something. I hear a puff on the microphone.
Well, no doggone puff.
I hear the little.
That wasn't no puff.
That wasn't a little.
That wasn't no puff. No, y'all see my face. I've been going through it.
What you done did, girl?
I was in the emergency room this weekend because I had a really bad abscess. So it's gone down a lot. I look like a chipmunk. No, I look like one of them hamsters that be harboring the food. You know how the hamsters harbor the food and be like.
If you can see my face, I just did it. Like.
Yeah, that's what I was looking like this weekend.
She was over there. That was the puff. Yeah, you had the puff face.
So Lyric, that was a bad tooth or something?
Yeah, once my wisdom tooth needs to come out. I only have 2 wisdom teeth here. The other 2 I had pulled a while ago. These 2 need to come out. You know, sometimes after a while, your wisdom teeth got to come out.
Yeah.
Mine's a little bit, and they're not even crowded, but they're back there and they're doing their own thing. So,
yeah. I had that happen. What was that? When I wound up getting my wisdom tooth pulled after 5 years after they told me that they were like, they kind of need to come out. They was like, hey, they're not really giving you no problems, but what the problem is going to do is they're going to start pushing on your other teeth and this, and that. And I think what made me go get my wisdom teeth pulled was one of them was cracking. And like one of them it was falling apart, and I ate something and that bad in the back came out, and it still didn't bother me. I was like, all right, man, but I still need to kind of the back of my head go get it done.
That's kind of what happened to mine. I don't know. That one in the back get a lot of work, I guess, and it had chipped or something had happened, and finally it just needed to come out, and I didn't get it out. So, you know,
So
Thank you for the invite, Mr. Jackson. We all get ready to go out for my daughter's birthday.
This was the question. Thank you, Robert Montgomery, for tuning in. This was the initial question. Everybody who's tuned in, whether you're on Instagram, YouTube, or Facebook, this is the question. First of all, we want to say happy Father's Day to all of you. Happy Father's Day. We know we're a day late and a dollar short, but we want to make sure we give you a salute for being a father, a real father, all around the world. We don't care what part of the country you're in. We don't care what part of the world you're in. We're wishing you a happy Father's Day for all the real fathers out there. These are the questions that we're posing this morning. Call in and tell us what you
Now,
thought.
y'all know I got something to say about that, right?
Call in and know what we do wrong.
Guys, it's Father's Day, but some of us mothers celebrate Father's Day too because we do both.
We don't. We
ain't doing that.
I don't.
Yeah, we are.
I
Absolutely are.
We ain't doing that. Y'all already had y'all day.
We are. It don't matter. Yes, we are. We have an our day and your day because we do both. It's some of us that do both. So yes, we are.
I personally don't have a problem with that because I've been in that situation.
Thank you, Malcolm.
But I do understand some of the men's feelings on that. They feel like y'all get the preferential treatment.
Oh, well, that's because we do the job. We do the job. We got a lot of good fathers out there. I ain't going to take that from you, but guess what? I'm celebrating Father's Day too because I've raised all my boys and my daughter by myself. I've been a mother and a father to my children. So I'm going to celebrate both. Both of those are mine.
And I commend you for that. And here we go. Just for you. Just for you. Just for you. I had a picture, but I saved it to my phone instead of the computer, where they were doing comparisons on men's dinners. And, you know, for Father's Day, they had like a penitentiary plate. I let the day get away from me and I forgot to post it.
That's crazy. I want to see that. You got to find that, Malcolm.
And then on the other side, they had Mother's Day, and you get a big tomahawk steak and 3 sides and all a big side salad and all of this. I was rolling laughing, man. I forgot to talk about it.
They should have had the pancakes with the peanut butter on it. Or one of them penitentiary spreads that they be getting.
Chosen, you mighty quiet, man.
I mean,
you feel so
like it's not so much that, dog. It's just that, hey, you know, it is, you know, some people, you know, they had a perception on certain things, and it is. I just let it be what it is, and then, you know, it is. Me and you talked about this earlier one day, and the one day that we came across, and we like Father's Day, and we was like, fathers get the whole, you still gotta work, Joker. Like it's we, when I was talking about that the other time, we talked about the other day.
Yes.
It's like that's really like one of the most underappreciated, underrated days.
Right.
So if it's already underrated for a day, you hear all the reels, all the things talking about with fathers, even though it's like Father's Day, it's like it's still an underrated day. Yeah. And like I have no, like I have a big, I send the commitment. I mean, I commend, the mothers that do the job, that do what they have to do year round whenever the father's not present. And the reason why I say that I'm on the stance that I'm on, because you have both of those too, because you got fathers that got to play both roles sometimes too. But
absolutely. And you know what? On Mother's Day, I wish fathers happy Mother's Day.
You know what I'm saying? But I rarely see anything where these dudes getting over here talking about, oh, I'm gonna celebrate Mother's Day too.
Because it's feminine. Y'all got too much testosterone for that.
You know what? Hey, hold on. But you about to tread into some waters where now how dudes be acting, because now you want to sit up and try to take credit for.
I'm okay with that. Bring it.
For masculine day.
Masculine
day. And now you want to sit up there and say, you want to take part on a masculine day and then now they
Yep.
wonder why, and then these women, some of these
Yep.
women talking about they don't need no dude because
Yep.
now you're masculine mug, but
Yep.
then want to be mad, but then
Yep.
want to be feminine again, and then won't do.
Yep.
Wonder why dudes be like, man, forget y'all because we can't.
Yep.
Win. But you don't see no dudes being like, y'all. I'm sorry. If I sit up there and see the dudes sitting up and talking about Happy Mother's Day, I'm finna be like, yo, I get what you're saying because you this. But bruh, I'm from the old school. I'm not as seasoned as my sister, as my counterpart here, but we still from the same. All three of us are still from the same raising. It's like, you know, man's supposed to be a man, a woman supposed to be a woman, and then and boom, that's it. You know what I'm saying? The way society is set up is like you look at a dude funny when a dude takes on too much of a feminine, drink too much of his feminine juice. It's like, hold up, down like that. But then, you know, I talked about this with my best friend last night too. I don't look at it as a double standard. I look at it as just the way things are and how we as sentient beings have made things. When you see a woman doing both, it's like, okay, it's cool until it ain't fun no more. So now we done got to a point to where now like a woman is taking on a personification with a persona of like having masculine. And okay, it's cool until it's like they don't need you no more. And then now everything is starting to come to a head to where it's like now you start realizing, yeah, dog, we do kind of need each other. If you stop standing, if you do step off of this, then it's okay. I never had a quarrel with it being like okay for women because, like I said, women and women have a certain relationship where they can get away with a whole lot of stuff. Men, we can't do that. You know what I'm saying? So
they get away with a lot.
Well, for lack of a better word, I'm saying get away with. But they do things. Okay, so let's go here real quick.
You already know she gonna go out.
So a woman. So
yeah,
like,
and you know,
and do I care? Because I'm finna make a point. And y'all know most of my
and I don't care. Y'all know I don't.
Y'all know most of the reason why I don't care is because I try my best not to make none of my points one-sided.
Right.
I want you to have the perception to see if one thing is not because you never have one thing without the other.
But never anything we discuss is never going to be one-sided. Even if I don't agree, it's never going to be one-sided.
It ain't going to be one-sided. Like I want you to look at all sides of the prism. But as sentient beings, as human beings, we tend to just tip the scale a little bit, but I want you to like women have it to where this is a simple. I'm going somewhere.
Now you said women, and you putting everybody in one category. You got to say some women.
No. It's because the relationship that y'all have with each other. There's a relationship that y'all have with each other that men just don't have with other men. Y'all can go to the mall together. Y'all can sit up and
yes, men do. Yes, they do. Yes, they do.
Let me finish. Y'all can go to the mall together. And y'all can pinky hold hands stuff, won't nobody really think nothing of it. Y'all can do all this stuff, won't nobody really think of nothing of it. And it's cute and it's sensual and stuff because women are women. Y'all are made that way for anybody to be like, oh, that's because y'all more emotional. And nobody looks at y'all like, oh, she just too feminine. Y'all can be as feminine as y'all want to be. And go in the dressing room together and tell each other how y'all look in these things without nobody thinking of it. You a homeboy ain't finna sit up. I'm not finna go to the mall with Malcolm and watch Malcolm try on some boxes and tell Malcolm he look good in some boxes. I'm not finna. That's just something that I'm not finna do. We close the gate when it comes to certain things like that because our society, y'all have, and it's not like saying y'all have a past. It's just the way that y'all are. It's just and y'all can get into places.
You look good in those bugle boys.
You know what I'm saying? You look good in the bugle boys. Hey, look, put on them Cavaliers like that, dog. Hey, you know, you might want to touch this somewhere. But y'all can do stuff like that. And the reason why I'm saying is like, it's like y'all have the innate or y'all have the whole soft thing. Soft is for y'all. But it's cool for y'all to tap into the masculine thing because, yeah, we are of, each and every last one of us are of some. So if we sit up and we say stuff like, so when you see a man that's like real sensitive, back, you know, like not too long ago, it's like you want to code him to being soft when he's sensitive. It's just, dude, it's just for my woman. It's just that I'm learning how to be receptive to your needs. I'm learning how to be emotional like that and tap into my side of my femininity. But society tells you like we ain't supposed to cry, or we start crying, or now we soft. Or if you really sensitive to your woman's needs, and your homeboys look at, oh man, you just pee whipped, and this and this and this and that. So it's a little bit. Society has made it to where it's a little to where we look at it as imbalanced, but it ain't, because it's the way we're supposed to be. Every last one of us are apprised of both the feminine and the masculine. It's just society made all this stuff like that. So yeah, so when a woman sit up there and say it's not so much as a problem with it, it's an issue because it's an imbalance to me. So when a woman say, I'm celebrating Father's Day too, and it's like, hey, like you had your day. Like
I got this one too.
You had your day.
I got this one too.
You can't step into these one waters without.
I got this one too, and stepped in it very well.
Hold on.
I got wish Happy Father's Day a lot yesterday.
Hold on, just a minute, Lyric. I want everybody who agrees with Chosen to make sure y'all ring these phones off the hook. This phone off the hook. If you feel like, if you're a man or a woman, and you feel like the women get too much credit and the men don't get much on Mother's Day, what Chosen is saying is, on Father's Day, women can step up and say, hey, I'm raising all my kids. I'm celebrating Mother's Day and Father's Day, but a man can't do that.
Yes, he can.
Celebrate
he won't because of his pride. Men's pride don't let them do certain things. Y'all always blaming it on the woman. It ain't the woman, it's y'all. Get that big ass horse off your back. You know what I'm saying? And accept some of this stuff. Because on Mother's Day, I know a lot of fathers that raise their children. And you know what? I wish them a happy Mother's Day. And not out of disrespect.
Like what Ryan celebrate Mother's Day. For real.
My happy Mother's Day to a lot of men I know that raise their own children was to let them know you're doing both. You know what? As a father, when you're raising two of your own children, especially if you're raising a girl, you gotta have that feminine side anyway, because you're gonna have to teach her how to be a lady.
But I can't do that. I can't.
Well, that's you chosen. Everybody's not chosen.
No. Hold up. All right, stand up.
Let me finish. Everybody's not chosen. And at the end of the day, you do have men out there that do appreciate being on both of those roles. There's men out there that have to tap into their feminine side a little more than other men because they're raising girls. You know, I got a friend that got all girls. He's raising all his girls. And you can't be you can be masculine, but you also have to be sensitive because these are women you're raising. They're going to be tougher because they're being raised by a man. But you still have to bring some of that femininity in there and give them some, because men have a feminine side. I've seen it. I've dated men with the feminine side, my thing is, y'all know I like them hard boys. I like them guys that I know I ain't got to worry about nobody messing with me because I know they somebody's hand. But I've dated guys with feminine sides, and they don't show it to everybody. They don't have to, you know. But at the end of the day, they show when it's necessary. So I say shout out to all my fathers on Mother's Day that do it by themselves.
So you saying I might be a little close on the microphone, y'all. Sorry about that.
You good.
Good, I can hear you.
So you're saying, Larry, that men, number one, men should not be ashamed to celebrate Mother's Day like y'all celebrate Father's Day when you're raising all the children.
Absolutely. And you know what? It shouldn't even be Mother and Father's Day. It should be Parenting Day. It should be Raising Your Child Day. It should be Good Parenting Day. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, it's both of them are sexist. Mother's Day and Father's Day, we do it together. We don't do it separately for the most part. You know what I'm saying? So I just think there need to be a day for both.
I do see both sides, y'all. I do see both sides because, like I said, the picture that I'm going to look up in my phone right now. I'm going to try to look up in my phone right now. For those of you who are just now tuning in, I saw a picture on TikTok or Facebook or something, and they were doing a comparison of Mother's Day and Father's Day. On Father's Day, they had like a penitentiary plate, a little plastic plate with a little fake Salisbury steak and a scoop of mashed potatoes.
That's funny.
That's all right,
and then in comparison, they had Mother's Day's dinner with a big tomahawk steak about this big and a big old heaping scoop of whatever, three sides, a side salad, and a big glass of wine. And that is usually what happens on Mother's Day. You know, we go all out for the ladies. and then we get the same old tie we got last year for Father's Day, you know, things like that. And that's why Chosen feels the way he feels. I do see that side.
And I understand that. I'm not negating that. I'm not telling him that's not true, but it's not true around the world that you can't celebrate Father's Day of your mother and you can't celebrate Mother's Day of your father. That's BS. That's that male testosterone, and that's the way that life has told everybody it has to be. You know what I'm saying? Christmas, like Christmas, this is what born on Christmas, but they celebrate that.
That's the thing.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, the thing that gets me is how society has done certain things, like what you said with the whole parenting day. Like I always just say that, like we'll sit up and say stuff like, why we celebrate Valentine's Day? Every day should be a day full of love. No.
Look, they call it Valentine's, and then they done brought one in called Sweeties Day.
Side piece day.
I ain't heard the side piece day. No. We're not doing no side piece day. You know.
No, but you know somebody gonna put that in there and be like national. You know, days pop up all the time. Brand new days.
They sure do.
Brand new days pop up.
Did we have a call? We lost it.
The caller dropped. You're more than welcome to call back. I have gotten in the habit lately of calling them right back, but it's not coming up in the log right now. Caller.
Okay.
Please feel free to call back. I missed your call. Trying to set everything up properly. Call in, everybody. Call in. We're encouraging you to call in this morning. This is the Table Talk Morning Show on Real Talk 100 Radio. This morning, we're talking about Father's Day. Right now, currently, we're talking about how fair is it for mothers to say Happy Father's Day to themselves on Father's Day, and in reverse. Lyric's argument is, why can't a man do the same thing? And
I wouldn't even say it's an argument. I say
if you're raising
all of it is a view, never an argument. All of it is a view. It's an opinion.
Right. Let's make sure the audience knows what we're saying, and then we'll go back into it. It's a debate. It's difference of opinions. Let me put it like that. A difference of opinion. Number one, if you're male in society, whether you're in Africa, no matter what side of the country you're on, no matter what side of the world you're on, if you're a man and you're raising your children, is there anything wrong with celebrating Mother's Day? And on the flip side, if you're a mother raising your children, is there anything wrong if you're raising all your children? Is there anything wrong with a mother saying Happy Father's Day to herself and other mothers? Question this right now on Table Talk. I'm not seeing anything. Looks like Angela.
Hey, good morning. Grand Rise Salutations. Who we got?
Yes, sir.
Go ahead. Who this?
He said, who this?
Who this? Yeah, who this? There you go. What's up, man?
I can't hear nothing.
Yeah, man. What's going on with you, dude? Hey, she can't hear you. So. Now I can hear you, but the lyric can't really hear you. But we gonna have to relay what you say, I guess. It is, but that's okay, man. You at the table. Go ahead.
I am Jarrell.
Hey, baby, I'm on air.
This is Malcolm, homie. Lyric.
You want me to put your hands?
Lyric.
Yeah.
I need you to go to the video so you won't miss any of what he has to say, because
what video?
Live on Real Talk 100 Radio.
Oh, snap. Hold on.
That's the only way I can fix this little glitch we have, and I need you to drop that phone.
Hold on.
Let us know whenever you get there, so you can. Before I
I'm over here, but I don't see it.
Okay.
Hold on.
It's on Real Talk 100 Radio, so you don't miss any of the conversation that he's about to give. I need you to log in to Real Talk 100 Radio. Scroll to Real Talk 100 Radio on either Instagram, Facebook, or YouTube.
Hold on, I'm going on Instagram. Hold on.
That goes to everybody in the world, y'all. Everybody in the world, go to either Instagram, YouTube, or Facebook if you're having any trouble. We have a caller on the line. While we're while we're waiting for everybody to tune in, I am Jarrell. Let them know what you do.
Here? Oh, I'm gonna put you on speaker. Okay, hold on. I got you on speaker. Hold on. It's not letting me log in. Okay, real talk. Where is it at?
Lyric.
No, you're supposed to be just listening. Yeah, hold on. I'm on here now. I'm pulling it up. Okay. So how do I go to your live? I don't remember. I don't know how to do that. Like oh, wait a minute. Is that it? No, that's not it.
Hold on. I got
Okay, hold on now.
at the same time. What you say, Jarrell?
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead, Andrew. I'm gonna send you the link, Lyric, right now while he talks. Go ahead, Andrew.
He's talking. Yeah, I was on the other one. It's not letting me hear him. And I got a bad feedback. Hold on.
Mhm.
There we go. It's got me back on. Yeah, I'm trying to hear it on my phone for Facebook on the live. Can you hear me?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I hear what you said, Jarrell. I wish Lyric could have heard it too, because that way she could weigh in.
Right.
I'm on my phone on the Facebook Live, and I still can't hear him.
Mhm. You always ready. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I got you.
It's humiliated sometimes. Lauryn Hill and Rohan Marley were together for about physical. It can be humiliated sometimes. Lauren.
I'm for everybody who's tuned in this morning. We're speaking with I Am Jarrell. He's an internationally known music singer right here in Houston, Texas. And I hope everybody can hear everything okay. We're having a few technical difficulties for some reason this morning, but what I Am Jarrell is saying basically is that men are getting the short end of the stick. Is that correct, I Am Jarrell? We would be obsolete with what kind of thinking? Okay. Lyric, and everybody else who's having technical difficulties hearing the caller this morning. The caller is saying that men would become obsolete if women continue to think that they can take the man's role as fathers. Did I speak that correctly, Andrea? Okay. All right. Lyric, did you hear that? Please turn your
I
volume.
heard that, and it's not so much that we think we can take the role. We have taken the role. And in some points, it doesn't give us a choice. We have to take the role. If the man isn't present, we have to do it. It ain't no if we take it.
I Am Jarrell. Can you hear her? Lyric, Lyric is saying in rebuttal to you, she's saying that sometimes women don't have a choice; they have to take the role. What are your thoughts? What are your thoughts about that? The I'm trying to relay word for word, but I'm having trouble this morning. He's basically saying that it's not like mothers can say, "All right, we don't have any pants today, so you got to wear this dress." You know what I mean? He's basically, I Am Jarrell. I'm sorry, I'm trying to do about 8 different things here and relay. I really need you in the studio to help Lyric and Chosen out on this topic. We really need to revisit this because I really need to fix this microphone because
Yeah.
what's happening is you're hearing me, you're hearing Chosen, but when it comes to our co-host we're filming in virtually from home, nobody can hear her, and
And
that's
I
what.
only got one more week of this, and then I'll be in the studio.
Okay.
He's talking. Okay.
This this thought process is disrupting black families all around the world. He said, "Go ahead." He said sooner or later legacy will become important to everybody, Lyric and everybody else who can't hear the caller. We do apologize about the technical difficulties, but we'll have I Am Jarrell in the studio soon, and we will have this microphone fixed. ASAP.
Yeah, and that'll be a great conversation because I get what he's saying, but it's not always true for every woman. At the end of the day, we're not talking about a woman who has the presence of the father, a woman who has the presence of that male entity in the family. We're talking about a woman that actually is doing it on her own. She doesn't have that support. She goes to work every day, come home, feeds her kids, dresses her children, her sons, her daughters, making sure they get educated, making sure they go to college, making sure they become good citizens and men and women, that can add something to this world. At the end of the day, I've done that. I've raised 5 boys. I've raised more than that. I've raised several young ladies, one daughter that I actually birthed. And at the end of the day, my children do very well. And I didn't have their father present, and I'm not complaining about it because at the end of the day, I'm a mother all day long, but I also do the role of a father. I go to work, I provide, I pay the bills in the house, and that's not disruptive. That's just fact. That's fact, and some men get in their feelings and get in your feelings. It's okay to get in your feelings. I'm okay with that because I'm in my feelings right now. So at the end of the day, it is what I said, and it's my opinion. And it doesn't hurt anybody to have my own opinion. You can have your opinion. But at the end of the day, I'm a mother and a father.
Mothers.
I'm taking that.
Mothers that agree with Lyric this morning, you're more than welcome to call in. I'm going to have you probably call in on my number to make sure everybody's heard. I'm not sure what's going on with our microphones this morning, but we're gonna think on the fly this morning. Just call my number and call in at 346-414-7634. That's 346-414-7436. Call in this morning. We have Arsenio tuned in. Arsenio Anderson says he's sharing the video. He says, "Good morning, everybody." Everybody,
Arsenio, what's the word?
Good morning.
If you're tuned in on Instagram, please share to inboxes all over the world. We want all mothers and all fathers, primarily, all fathers to tune in. And we want to wish y'all a happy Father's Day, first of all. And second of all, we want y'all to call in and tell us about your Father's Day. Here's really what we're talking about this morning right here. Happy Father's Day to all the fathers around the world. Call in with your Father's Day stories, what you got for Father's Day. And then as a side topic, we're talking about how mothers are stepping in and taking care of their children and celebrating Father's Day on one end. And then another side topic is the fathers that are taking care of their children, just like the mothers are, but they're not celebrating Mother's Day. So the argument right now is why?
Argument. We don't argue.
I'm sorry. The debate, the difference of opinion is, why is it that mothers feel like they can celebrate Father's Day, but fathers feel differently? They don't feel like they need to be celebrating Mother's Day. So that's the current topic. So whether you agree or disagree, or you're indifferent, call in. Call my number because the call-in number is sketching out on us this morning. My number is 346-414.
Put your number up there, Malcolm, on the screen.
7636. Somebody, we just missed another one. I'm going to get this one off the screen right now and put mine up right now because that phone's tripping out. But that's the topic this morning.
Well, that's one of them. But I really wanted to get into the topic that Lyric put in last week. She wanted to talk about the DBAs. There you go. And all of that. And
we'll do that Thursday because I want to have all the information for everybody. I don't want to come in half behind today.
Yeah.
We'll do that Thursday.
I thought you could say the A word, man.
Nah, I don't want to curse if I don't have to.
A word really ain't the cuss word, I thought.
But it's a cuss word. It's a cuss word, Chosen.
It's in the dictionary. It means donkey. All right. Yeah, so that's what I was gonna go, what I wanted to go in with, but I mean we can stay where we at.
Yeah. We'll do that on Thursday. Because like I say, I had a few things I was waiting on and a few things I needed to go pick up because I actually want to try to come in Thursday because I want to have some paperwork and things too to give Malcolm to be able to put on the screen for people.
Paperwork.
All right, y'all. There is the appropriate number at the bottom of the screen. Call in on topic. Call in on topic. Call in on topic. It's 346-414-7634. I was not supposed to use this brand new number, man, but that is 346-414-7634. Call in on topic. Why is it that women that are raising all of their children don't mind celebrating Father's Day? And why is it on the other end that men don't feel the need to celebrate Mother's Day? Looks like we have a first caller. Who do we have the pleasure of speaking with this morning?
Noni Jr.
Noni Jr.
Noni, what's up, Noni?
What's happening, man? I hope everybody can hear the caller.
I can hear him.
Go ahead, Noni. What are your thoughts on this topic?
I think that if you have a woman who's raising her kids all by herself and she has to carry the baby upstairs and, get on the bus and take the groceries and, she has to protect her child. Like, so when she's walking I'm going to just use an example. She's walking from the bus stop back into the apartment complex. She has to walk past a bunch of different guys, drug addicts, whoever, anybody, dogs. There's no man to protect her. And, even maybe buy the groceries for her, unless she has a man giving her the money. I think in that case, the woman will feel like she is playing both roles because essentially she is. And I'm not speaking on if her decision-making was bad. Like if she chose a bad child's father, then that's on her, all right? But at the end of the day, no matter what your choices are, if you're the parent, you're the parent. So if you're a single father, you're a single father. If you're a single mother, you're a single mother. I can't say I agree with them celebrating Father's Day because the word is father, not Super Mother's Day or Mother's Day. But I do understand them, wanting to claim that because that's what they do. So I don't have an issue with it. I think that, the only people that can change the black community is the black men. I'm not blaming black men. What I'm saying is women will be women and men should stop blaming women for how we act. I always hear on the internet that women are crazy and they're emotional and they're this. Okay, that's fine. Then don't choose the woman that you don't approve of. Choose the woman that you do approve of. Become a husband, become a father, and be a great father and change this community one family at a time. That's just what I think on this. I'm not blaming men. I'm just saying at the end of the day, it's on us to lead and protect and scavenge, and hunt and bring in, the bacon and eggs, as they like to say. So that's how I feel about it. I don't really agree with women saying that, but I understand it.
You agree, but you understand. Excuse me.
He said he doesn't really agree, but he understands it. And that's fine. But yeah, like at the end of the day, women gonna do what they do. Like right. Me.
Right. Men gotta stop being so
sensitive.
It's nothing wrong with being emotional, but we gotta stop crying about what women do.
Right.
Okay, but Noni, quick question. I respect your answer because I feel the same way. You know what I mean? I see both sides of the fence. Let me say that. I see the side of the fence where the men are saying, why don't they celebrate us the way we celebrate them? I see that. I also see why men are saying, we're not running around saying like Chosen. This was Chosen's argument or difference of opinion. He says, well, we're not running around saying Happy Mother's Day to ourselves on Mother's Day. We're celebrating y'all. So that I see both sides. I see Lyric's side where she says, hey, I'm a single mother and I did it all by myself. It wasn't a husband. It wasn't anybody but me. It was mom. So I celebrate both. I do see both sides. I do.
Yeah. So we have to understand the biology of women and men and the mentality of women and men. So a lot of times people expect fairness and equality amongst genders, and that's impossible. Women
Yeah.
On a general standpoint, I'm not saying all, but generally, women think how women think, and men think how men think. And to try to make a person think how a man thinks about a man is just not feasible. You know, the best thing a man can do is lead his woman, lead his sisters, lead his daughter, lead his granddaughters, and lead the women that have appointed him as that wise counsel. And change your family, change your street, change one by one the situation of this black community. But sitting here bickering about what women do, to me, is counterproductive, because women will follow leadership. It's been proven. Even if they buck, even if they fight it, even if they go against it, even if they give a lot of back talk and act crazy, women in the long run will follow leadership. And when I don't mean slavery, I don't mean beat downs, I mean a man has a plan. They will follow sooner or later.
But you know what? That's what a woman looks for. And I have no problem with that, because a man is supposed to be the king of the castle. And at the end of the day, if you get a man that can lead, women aren't going to follow, especially if he's a good leader.
Right. And you know what? Lyrics, some won't immediately, but in time, they will.
And you know why they won't? Because some of us have been so damaged, and some of us have been, put in such a category that sometimes we can't think outside the box. We feel like we always got to be hard, you know what I'm saying? Because we've had to be that all of our lives. And I've had to learn, with the guy I've been talking to, I've had to learn I have to bow down sometimes. And I get that. I got to let a man be a man, because when you stop letting a man be a man, it's no longer going to be a good relationship.
Right. And I look at it like an addict, or like a person who's violent. They're prone to being addiction, prone to violence. And I'm not talking about women, but if a woman if her daddy let her down, her grandfather let her down, her first boyfriend let her down, her baby daddy let her down, all these things that happen to her, then she's gonna be like that. She's gonna act like that. So we have to have the emotional intelligence to understand that. And like, for example, if I meet a woman that won't or not let me love her, like after we get to that point, then I have a discussion with her. And if I have a couple discussions, we'll sit down. And if I cannot lead her, it doesn't mean I'm bad. It might mean she's just incapable of being led. Then I'm gonna end the situation, because now I'm wasting her time. I'm wasting my time. And I'm telling you, it's been multiple women in my life that have came back to me later and said, "Oh, I've been watching you. I've been seeing you. Yes. I wish I would have stayed. I'm gonna get a husband now. I'm gonna listen to him." So at the end of the day, bro, I understand the men, because I'm a man, and sometimes I get frustrated with the bad logic that some women use and all the crazy catastrophic thinking that they have. Yes. But at the end of the day, it's on us to change this, not them. They won't. It's not in their biology to do that. Right. I respect that. Hey, man. Hey, Noonan, I got something for you this morning, man. That was good, man. That was real good. Yeah, that was good, man. I respect that, man. You covered all bases. Right. You covered the women that can't be led. You covered the women that can be led and want to be led. You covered the men that don't want to lead and can't lead. You covered all bases, man. That was fair all day long. And one more thing before I go, fellas, stop talking to women that are not in your tax bracket. And I'm not talking about I'm talking about just in general. If you know you can't be the one for that woman, stop wasting your time. Chosen fell out on the table on you, and that was mad. Chosen. Because if you get with a woman that if she wants Tracy McGrady in 2002, and you ain't Tracy McGrady, you Tracy McGowan from our 3rd Ward, then you just need to let her do her thing and let her be confused and delusional, and go get you somebody that you can match with. Hey, but some of them ladies in the other tax bracket, they want somebody. They want to be a sugar mama. What about them? Oh man, hey, you know what? be ratchet. Go ahead and get that money. Get that hoe, get that sweet
It's the lesson that we teach.
as long as you can.
Listen to Noonie.
That we teach is why we be. Man.
I wasn't supposed to get ratchet on the morning show, man, but hey, I had to bring that topic up, man. Y'all excuse us. Chosen, was you trying to?
No.
I'm just saying, dog. It's a lesson that this is kind of like enough for another topic, but it's the lesson that society, like I look at how society tries to normalize certain things, and that's another reason why we're in the place that we're in now. Because if you think about it, everything is versus. Like you if you talk about your you sometimes you can't even have people talk about a football team without some kind of rebuttal or argument. Everything is versus. That's the way the society is. And if you can look outside the matrix and really see this thing for what it is, and see that most things that in society is like that's wrong, because like Noonie said and like Lyric said, talking about, hey, you know, it should be like parenting because it's a togetherness thing. Like Noonie said togetherness. Society does not really promote togetherness. Society promotes
or family.
Society promotes togetherness when it is convenient for society. When calamity happens, now we're supposed to be together. Now we're supposed
exactly.
But whenever it's something that you don't, and one of the reasons why is because if we were to figure out how powerful we are together,
yep,
then that would disrupt what the agenda of the 1%. I'm just gonna go ahead and say it.
And Chosen, that's the same thing with fatherhood. A lot of these fathers were never taught to be fathers or didn't have fathers because that was the what is the word I want to use? That was the purpose. They families are broken. They're not broken because, you know what I'm saying, that it's like it's almost like you had a mother on welfare, so her daughter's on welfare, and her daughter's on welfare. You have a cycle, and at the end of the day, all of that was brought about to break up families. Those things, because you remember they were talking about how back in the day, if you were on welfare, you couldn't have a man. You know what I'm saying? The father wasn't allowed to be involved because you're getting money from the state. But so they took the right away from him to be a father. And now today that has happened, you have more fathers, and now you're blaming it on the fathers. And it's not all the fathers' fault.
All right.
You know what I'm saying?
All right. So I'm gonna say this right here. And it's funny because this is true for my situation.
Hold your thought.
Okay, go ahead.
Noonie, do you have to go? Did you have anything else? I want to release the line if you wanted to say something else. Chosen, hold your thought, please.
Yeah, go ahead.
Man, I'm just on your time. I leave when you say leave.
Okay. You're more than welcome to hold on for a second. Go ahead.
All right. So to me, it comes down to like choice and mentality of men and women. I have been the last couple, like I have a handful of female friends, right? That have kids. Then they have, you know, that they raising their kids by themselves or whatever. And like one of the reasons why, like, okay, so like I've listened to it where they said they haven't put their baby fathers on child support, or they haven't, their baby father's just not doing nothing. Like he just ain't doing nothing. They say, well, if I go after this, I wouldn't be getting none anyway. Or if I won't go worry about him because I gotta do it. I would have to do it on my own anyway. And out of all of them women, I still don't have it to where I still don't see where they, you know, they even though that they are rightful to it, the thing about it is they go get those male influences from somewhere else. Like they know that they're not doing this, like, yo, I can't do this on my own. So I gotta have somewhere. If I gotta take my sons and put my sons in the boys club, or get them around some type of mentors and different things like that so that they could be more successful. Like I had an auntie, same way. Now my uncle, he was like not there. He was there, but he wasn't there. Like my cousin, he loves his pops, but he stayed over there around. He stayed with my aunt. But what my aunt did was, if his father wasn't there, man, this dude had so many mentors because she knew that he was going to need these mentors because to be able to teach this dude what she couldn't teach him, because of the biology, like Nooney said, the biology and the mindset. To me, what I was taught is women are more women teach offense. Women teach offense. Men teach defense. You have to have that balance. And you got to get around somebody to do it. If you don't have that man, it's the same thing with a woman. I ain't going to even lie to y'all. I used to think when I was switch it up just a little bit, I was like, man, when I get older, what if I wind up having it to where I have a daughter and I have to help raise this daughter and or whatever? Like I was like, yo, it wouldn't hurt for me to learn how to do a ponytail, learn how to make her just in case something happens where she needs to go to school and I can't get her around this. So I learned how to do that. But at the same time, who gonna teach me how to do that? I need to go to a beautician or someone. So you have to surround yourself with that element to learn how to do the things that you cannot. You know what I'm saying? So I had to put my daughter around positive women influence so she can have some things to teach that girl that I can't teach her. So I make this claim to say this, and this is just me and how I am. I will never say that I did this on my own. I'll never say that I did it by myself because there are things that I don't know, and I got to surround myself with people that know that which I do not. Like when you said that at first, when we was talking about that honey-do list.
Yes.
And I was like, yo, even when it come to like handyman stuff, dog, I might not know how to do certain things. So I got to go find somebody that know how to do it so I can gain that education.
Right.
So that's why I say that I'm like, I disagree when people, man or woman, when they sit up and say they did this by themselves. Your way got made by God, first and foremost, to put you in a position to get that help. Your help comes from somewhere. Now, I commend you when you get up and you follow the guidance and you follow the path that's laid to you to go do it. And, you know, and you say, yeah, so like, you know, like when you get up and you follow the direction that's laid for you to help, then you watch and you see the product of your children, they become what they need to do because you did what was required. That's my stance on it. So that's how I look at that.
There you have it. There you have it. Chosen has spoken. He says you had help, whether you did it by yourself.
You get help. Yeah, your help come from somewhere. Like I don't agree when people say, like I never say, but it's just me. I never say that I did this on my own.
I did it on my own.
Because my help came from somewhere.
I did it on my own. I raised my kids. I raised some of my brother's kids and my sister's kids. I raised boyfriends' kids, ex-boyfriends. Their kids came and stayed with me. So yeah, I did it on my own. I grind. I worked every day. I bust my behind and worked every day. Made sure my bills was paid. Made sure my kids had a roof over their head, food on the table. I did that. Nobody gave me that. And I'm not giving it to nobody to say they gave it to me. I did it.
Like I said, y'all, I'm straddling the fence here because I had a mom, you know, when my dad's first wife, and Nooney, you still there?
Yeah, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
When my dad and his first wife, I call both of them my mom. So if y'all listen at me, don't grab the switch, mom. Both of y'all are good. But his first wife, she when they split up, when they split up, he had his home, she had her home, and on the weekends, she was pretty much, they were, doing the dual parenting thing. At his house, he was dad, and parenting me there, and I would go home, go to her house, and she was the primary parent, and she was doing it all by herself there, and he was doing it all by himself there, and she used to do the same thing. Well, I'm playing dad and mama, so I've seen both sides, even though it's not dual parenting, it's co-parenting. I'm sorry, it's co-parenting, and they did a good job, in my opinion. She was in Fifth Ward. Yeah. Daddy was out here in Spring, Texas. When I went to mama's house, I got what I want. When I was at daddy's house, I got what I wanted. Well, I take that back. Daddy was a little tougher, but
you got what you needed.
I got what I needed.
You got what you needed at daddy's house, and you got what
I wanted at mama's house.
You still kind of got some of what you needed from your mama too, because your mama teaches you, like your mama, like I said, women teach offense, men teach defense.
There you go.
And when you're able to be around both of the elements, then you have a better chance of being a balanced individual to know certain things, because there would be no way that I would know how to treat, like Lyric, you always tell me I'm a different breed. You always say that I'm different. There ain't too many like you. But that's because I seen both sides of the fence. I had both my parents in the house. So I learned how to treat a woman. I learned how to treat a woman by watching my dad. But I learned what a woman's needs is by looking at my mother's response to how certain things treat, and that's good or bad. Like my dad wasn't perfect, so I learned what makes a woman cry when he would do that, and I learned from that. Okay, that's what's not to do. Okay, this is what not to do. And then sometimes when my mama would get to the point to where it was like unbearable, okay, I just did this, I just did that, and then I did this and I did that, and now you ain't, and you still not satisfied with that. And learning how to just be balanced, learning how to be balanced as a man, learning how to treat this woman. It's like I learned what I want. I looking at my mother, I learned the qualities that I would want in a wife. Looking at my father, I learned what type of man that I wanted to be, give or take certain actions. Because like I said, I learned both of them ain't perfect. They both not right all the time. So you have to learn from both of those. And if it wasn't for that, then I wouldn't be who I am. I wouldn't have that logic, and I wouldn't be able to say what I'm saying right now. So that's the reason why.
And let me explain this too. With my sons, I think because they were raised by a woman, are a little more sensitive. And I put it like that. They got a little bit more from me because they were always around me. Now, when I'm saying I did it by myself, I did all the basics and all the necessities. I did all the things that a parent does for their children. And now I had brothers that my sons were around. So they saw men figures. So I'm not going to say that I could teach them completely how to be men, because they got some of that from my brothers. They did. And I didn't have a real father figure. Even when my mother married, I didn't have a real father figure. We've talked about what went on with my father, as far as the abuse with me. So I never really had my sons around my father because I didn't want them to pick up that trait. You know what I'm saying? So when I started having my children, I had my first child when I was 24, and that was my son, Joseph. And I didn't take my son around my stepdad a lot, for that reason. I know what you did to me, and I don't want my son to ever, I didn't want him to ever, get comfortable, you know what I'm saying? And pick up any kind of anything from him. So when I became a mom in the beginning, especially with Joseph, it was just Joseph's dad was always around. Even when I lived in another state, he had a father until his father died. And he was a good man. You know what I'm saying? But my other children, and just like Noonie says, sometimes you choose men, and that's my fault if I choose a man that wasn't a good mate for me and wasn't a good father for my children. That's on me. But that's also on them, because now you're a father. You're supposed to step up and do what a man's supposed to do, But at the end of the day, it didn't matter to me, because once I had my children, those are mine.
Right.
And I will kill and die for them. Those are mine. And they're my responsibility once I have them. In today's society, I watch these mothers that are just not qualified to be mothers, and I'm going to say that because these young kids are having these children and y'all popping them out like popcorn, and you can't take care of them. And then you're throwing them into society to be misfits. These babies are being raised by lunatics, imbalanced, mental health. We getting all this mental health and all this other stuff going on with these children because it's coming from the parents. And with my kids, I blocked my children from a lot of things, but also taught them. Told my children, we grew up in the church, so religion was very strong in my family. And I think bringing my kids up under religion gave them some balance. I also told my children, I had a relationship with my children that I feel like we as parents have to realize that our children are people. So kids get stressed out, kids go through depression, kids have bad days. You know what I'm saying? They're in their little people world, and in their world, we don't always know what's going on in their world. So I used to always tell my kids, if you're having a bad day, come talk to me. Let me know you're having a bad day. We're going to let you woosah, but then we're going to have to talk about it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not your friend. I'm your mother. And at the end of the day, I'm going to always support my children no matter what. And if they're wrong, I'm going to tell them they're wrong, but they're my children. I'm going to support them. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't have like I said, my brothers were around, but I didn't have that I guess in my house, I didn't have that male figure in my house, but I also made sure that my brothers were involved with my son.
Okay. On
My
that,
brothers were my brothers were always involved with my sons. Me and my brothers are very close. I have 3 brothers, and me and my brothers are very close. And at the end of the day, I could call my brother, but and not even that. My son Joseph, he's 5 years older than the next child that I had. So when he became an adult, my son every summer came and got the boys, the younger boys, every summer.
Okay. On that note, real quick. On that note, that's what Chosen was saying earlier. We all had to have some help, whether it's the father or whether it's the mother. Somebody, you didn't do it by yourself. You know, like and like Jarrell said, and I believe Noonie said it too. We all had some help, whether you're a father and raised all your kids by yourself, or you're a mother and raised all your kids by yourself. The mother,
yeah, because fathers that have those girls, you got to have some input from somebody.
You have to have some.
You gotta have around that feminine energy. You got, because if you just look, like, once again, hey Noonie, you still there?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So Noonie used the term the biology.
Yeah.
So that means that if you just look at that symbolism, that means that if you are a man, that means that you don't have certain things that the other one has. That's just, if you just look at it like that, you're going to come without one thing. So that means that you're gonna need to have, to be, in order to either co-create, make that. You're gonna have to go to the other for that. That's just the biology, the physical part of it. The mental, the spiritual part, same thing. You still got to go to that other element, because face it, I don't care whoever's online, if you bought into the whole jargon about I don't need a man, and for men to be like, I don't need a woman. I didn't.
I have my brothers; those weren't my men, but I didn't need that.
But what I'm saying is this: it's still the Lulu, because you still got to go to that source to gain that which you do not have. Like, you have to learn, you have to get some type of counsel, to do that. It's the only way that I knew how to be who I need to be. Like, just even the fact I have to go run with better men, because better men are going to show me a better way. Then I still got to go over here to this feminine side so that I can know how to control this. So if I'm by myself, I need to know how. So not by myself, but if I'm going to function as a balanced individual, I got to have both of them. And there's no way that I can get it without going on, without convening with both sides. So that's why I'll never say that I don't need, what I'm saying? I'll never say I don't need a woman, because, and I'm not talking about woman as like a companion or nothing like that. I'm just not saying that. I will never say I don't need a woman, because there are things that a woman have that I need. I need counsel from women. I need counsel from a man.
But you have to put that in perspective too. When you say you don't, when a woman says she doesn't need a man, that's companionship. I don't need a man for companionship.
But okay, so look, I'm gonna tell you like this too. And this is another thing, and I'm gonna give back to Noonie. So they had this one. I wish I could find this video. When they had this woman was talking about how she don't need no man. So she was putting the doggone coolant in she was putting the coolant in where the oil go. Talking about I don't need no man. I don't need no man. And so she put the coolant in there, and then
should have got on YouTube.
And she was trying to figure out why the car wouldn't start and what was going on. So she wound up getting the car to a mechanic, to the hombres, and the hombre was like, see Holmes. He goes underneath and unscrews the oil cap thing. See Holmes. He's like, this is coolant right here. And it was like, and it said, oh, there's the oil right there. Yeah. Like, and then, that's his thing. Like, I can't sit up here and be bullheaded and say, man, I don't need you for this. If I don't know, I don't know. Like, I can't be prideful and be like, man, I'm gonna do this on my own. There was a day where we didn't have YouTube. So
we got it today, though.
You didn't know, you had to ask somebody that did. That's why if you go on a job, you go anywhere, and they say, look, if you don't know, ask questions. Because if you don't ask questions, you don't know, and you try to do something that you have no knowledge of, you're gonna F up in some way, form, or fashion. Trial and error works, but you can avoid calamity by asking questions. So it's like people need each other. I need a mechanic because I might not know how to change this alternator. Right. I might not know what it is.
Right.
And this is just
YouTube.
thing. There was a time we didn't have YouTube. We got it now.
But we got it now.
You know what I'm saying? But still, YouTube is still going to somebody that knows something that you don't. You still went to a mechanic if you didn't know. You didn't go up looking, okay, this car not working. I'm not finna go up on video game reviews to find out why a car ain't working. I'm finna go on something with a mechanic, and then I'm finna go akin to that because that's where the education is gonna come from.
That's where it's gonna come from. But before we get back into it, I want to tap back into the caller. I don't want to disregard.
Sorry about that, Noonie.
Right quick. This is an edgy subject, as I am Jarrell said earlier, as Noonie Jr. said earlier, as Lyric is very vocal about this because she has raised a bunch of children by herself and chosen. I know why he's feeling some kind of way. He had an issue with in the past. I'll just put it like that.
Okay.
And that he's still kind of struggling with.
It ain't really a struggle. It's just. I mean, it's not.
What'd you say, Chosen? What'd you say?
It ain't really a struggle. It was not really a struggle. It was a life experience that what I decided to do was learn from it instead of be bitter about it. You know what I'm saying? And so, like I said, looking at that one situation versus the other women that I had in the like pretty much like in the same situation that I had, but they had the 2 thumbs down baby daddies.
Right.
They had the 2 thumbs down baby daddies.
Right.
And I'm like, dang, like I commend you for doing what you did, but because I'm like, I would have if I could trade baby mamas,
right, then
I would. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not out here trying to destroy, you're just doing what you have to do, but you know where you had to go from to get the help.
Yes.
So I look at it like, yeah, like you gotta go do the core things, which everybody has to do. The core things, you have to be the provider. So but at the same time, you still went and was like, hey, it wasn't like you being bitter about it. You just knew what you had to do and you wasn't, tripping. I could go in on it, but I'm not because I got my man's Noonie in here, and I know he probably got something else to say. So I'm gonna give it over to him and let him say what he needs to say.
No, we're gonna have to let you go here in a minute. I want to open up the calls for the last 30 minutes.
Yes, sir.
You've heard this heated.
I wouldn't even say heated. I just say very informative.
Very lively conversation. Then I'll put it like that. What are your thoughts on what you've heard in the last, I don't know, 10
I'm gonna be quick. We have to, as a black people, and it's not about gender, it's about all of us. We have to quit with this one-up mentality, right? I noticed that when he said you need a man, that did something to her. I noticed when she said what she said, it might have did something to him. And at the end of the day, it's true. We do need each other, because at the end of the day, when a woman says she doesn't need a man for whatever reason, she has just lost 50 points up in the beauty scale, right? And when men are disrespectful and over sexualized, women who don't want to be over sexualized, we've lost 50 points up in the beauty scale. And I say that to say this: when you use certain words, it triggers people. But we need to stop looking at need as it's a bad thing. We need to stop looking at compassion or debate or even an argument as it's a bad thing. Abuse is abuse, and normal routine behavior is that. So with that being said, I love all of y'all, and I need my woman. I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna say I need her. And she told me that she needs me, and I'm so happy that she needs me. And I'm so happy that she understands that. And we have to get that out of, because once you start saying you don't need a man or you don't need a woman, now you're giving them a path to half-ass the relationship. You're giving them a path to only give you what you are expecting. Because when you say you don't need something, like if I don't need water, then that means I don't need water, right? So now I can just drink sodas all day long and drink beer. So that's the way, when you say that to a man, if he still talks to you after that lyric, or any ladies, now he's only just using you as a placeholder. And he's gonna
true. That's not true, Noonie. Because when I say I don't need a man, when I'm just being vague with that.
Hold on,
Lyric, hold on.
Let him finish right quick. She finna get on the notice.
See, I hate to say this, but I kind of said that way on purpose, and I was right. It does trigger people, right? So I'm only telling you, I know I was a hospital corpsman in the Navy, and I was search and rescue in the Marine Corps. I've been around 100,000 men. I play football. You know what I'm saying? I'm in the gym every day. When a man hears out of a woman's mouth, I don't need her, he changes his whole approach. He changes the way that he deals with you. This is the reality. This is the reality. I'm not saying it's negative or bad, but he changes. Whatever he was going to come with, it changes. And all I can say is good luck to anybody who's in any kind of relationship and they're vocalizing that they don't need. Because that sounds like to a man that you don't appreciate, you don't care, you don't love, and that's what it is.
I've been told that before.
I respect that opinion, but I don't agree. I mean, because when I say I don't need a man, I don't need one. Do I want one? I want one, but I want one that we can. The thing is, because I've dated men, my thing is when you put out there that you need something, men come with all kind of BS, and I'm tired of that. I want certain things in the man that I want to be with, and I want us to be able to agree on certain things for the man I want to be with. I want us to be mutual on everything, not to necessarily need him.
If you choose an inadequate man, then yes, you will be punished for that statement. But when my woman told me she needed me, she got the world.
I'm happy for you.
Devlin Gray, his name is Devios, he's tuned in, and he said, I believe he's siding with Noonan. He says, say that with about 10 exclamation points. Devlin, we're about to release the phone lines. Call in and tell us who you're agreeing with. We're on the phone right now with Noonan Jr., man. Noonan.
And go ahead and call in, and just remember this, ladies. If you go to bed with a demon-possessed pervert, you're gonna get demon-possessed perversion. No matter what you do. And you go to bed with a guy who loves the dirty drawers or the clean drawers you wear, you're gonna get
you know this man.
It's not about saying a man you need a man that's gonna get you punished. It's about you being with a man that wants to punish you, that's gonna exploit that.
See,
right.
Noonan going in every time he call in, y'all. Thank you so much for your support, man.
Thank you, Noonan.
And hanging in there with us, man. Thank you so much for your support. Much love to you, baby boy. We're gonna release the phone line right now, man. You have a great Monday.
I got two comments, and one of the viewers that I got Spick 713. What's up, man? That's another one of my supporters, another producer, great producer, artist out here too. He said we don't what he was talking about earlier about like the need part. Said we don't procreate alone. I don't know why people think they can do the important part alone. Shaking my head. Then he goes on to say when people say they don't need, they actually mean they don't need a crappy life partner. It's obvious.
That's what I'm saying.
Is that what they had before? So yeah. Like I agree.
And do I want a man? Absolutely. The guy I'm with, that's I'm trying to, we talked about that before about becoming friends before you become intimate. And I can talk to him about anything. See, when I'm talking on here, I'm talking in general. I have a guy and he's a good man. And our conversations are getting better and better. And I think that us being able to talk to each other and communicate and understand each other, and he knows what I need from him and I know what he needs from me, and the things that we can give each other. That's what a relationship is. When I say I don't need a man, meaning I don't need all the BS that comes with it. You know what I'm saying? Me not needing a man doesn't mean I don't want to be with a man and I don't want that intimacy or relationship. I just don't need it. If it's going to bring me a headache, if it's going to bring me heartache, I don't need it. I can be without it. You know what I'm saying?
Before I hand the microphone back to Chosen, he was trying to make a point. I have been told that before, and I didn't understand it at first. Okay. I looked at her sideways, like, you don't need me. So this goes to Noonan Jr. too. Noonan Jr. made the point, when you say you don't need a man, that makes a man feel like, okay, I'm just here for the sausage or something. I'm not. You don't need me. So what am I doing here? That's how a man feels, and that's how I took it when a woman told me that. And I'm like, what do you mean you don't need me? So what am I doing here? But she said, you're not here with me because I need you. I have my own, or I can make my own. I'm here because I want you. Excuse me. You're here because I want you to be here. I want you to be in my life. So after she kind of rewound it, I was like,
Yeah.
oh,
And
okay.
that word need, the word need is so contradictory too.
Yes.
When you say you need something, you know what I'm saying? So I think as women, especially someone that has been through abuse, and especially someone that has gone through the bad relationships, when I say need, when I say I don't need a man, it's not a bad thing. I just don't need a man with the BS. I want a man that wants me to love him. I want a man to love me. I want a man to and be the man. You know what I'm saying? I don't need a man to do that. I want one to do that. I want one to come in that's going to do everything that a man is supposed to do.
Got you. Let Chosen finish his point right quick, Larry. What were you saying?
What I was just finna say was this, man. Like, maybe I can clear this up because the need for like everybody to display their independence. The word need is often thrown around, like you said. So I'm just expounding on what you said, or elaborating on what you said, Larry. When I say I don't need a woman, I'm just saying that if I don't need somebody, I don't need a woman, I'm saying that I don't need you for everyday things that I can do for myself.
Agreed.
I don't need you to function. I get up in the morning, I go to work, do what I'm supposed to do. I can feed myself. I can clothe myself. I can do the basic things. Get up, clean up my living space, take my behind to work, and all of these things for my skill sets. I really don't need you for things that I can do for myself. But what I will say is that what I do need from a woman is the charging, the nurturing, some of those things that I can't do for myself that you bring. So it's like, do I need you to cook for me? No, I can do that on my own. Do I need you to give me some money? No.
That's my thought process.
So when we say I don't need, yeah, we do get kind of, we can get kind of up, but until you reach a certain level of consciousness, a certain level of maturity, then you know what it is. Think about it now. We started learning how to play before we learned how to work. You was a kid before you was an adult. Yeah. And then we got in good with that. We always talk about the good old days because the good old days did what? The good old days came with less responsibility. The good old days came with less accountability. So it felt good to be able to say, hey, I depend on my parents for this and this. Back in the day, I didn't have to worry about. Now that you get older, when you start letting certain things go and you start looking at things from different lenses, you look at things from different lenses and you start learning. You're supposed to be a little bit more conscious and a little bit more mature to understand what certain words mean, and whenever and stop taking stuff so personal.
Oh Lord,
taking stuff like to heart when it comes like a woman. Yeah, I get it. When we were teenagers and a girl said, "I don't need you," like that, it hurt you because like, oh, really? You don't need me? Well, who you getting it from then? You know what I'm saying? Like, is that? But that's whenever you're young and you're hot-headed, but when you get older, you're supposed to be like, well, okay, I understand what you mean. You don't need me to do the things that you can do for yourself.
Devin, that phone number is at the bottom of the screen. Yeah. He's asking for the phone number, Malcolm.
Okay.
346-414-7634. 346-414-7634.
So you stop getting, you know what I'm saying? You stop getting mad about it when you reach a certain level of maturity. Because on the cool dog, if you really love your woman, and I'm just gonna say from a companion side because there's there's multiple sides. But whenever you get it to where you're your woman, if you really love your woman, dog, you want to make sure that your woman it's like, I just need to know if something happened to me that you can take care of yourself. Like, I just need to know that. I just need to know you can take care of yourself. So when you say you don't need me for stuff that you can already do for yourself, I have no qualms with that. That's fine, because if I fall, then I don't need you to be defenseless.
Right.
So once again, to me, like, it comes with the togetherness, dog. Like, I don't want to fall and be like, I'm not that type of dude, and never wanted to be the type of dude that throws up in a woman or my companion face that if it wasn't for me, you wouldn't have had it. If this right here is I do all.
Right. I hate that. I hate that.
So I never
Or even this Chosen, everything that somebody does for you, every time you turn around, you got to hear about it.
Yeah, like
You know, I don't want to. If you do it for me, do it. Do it because you want to do it. Don't start throwing that in my face, because then we're gonna have a problem. You know.
Hold on. We do have Devious on the
oh,
phone.
okay, there he is. What's up, Devious?
What's up, my people?
Got
Real
your
Talk
boy
Radio.
here.
What's up, y'all?
What's up?
Hey, hold on. Let's get real about this.
Come on with it.
Okay, I'm just finna break it down like, okay, y'all remember Poetic Justice?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The poem that Janet Jackson said for Maya Angelou. No one
Makes it
can make it alone.
Can make it alone.
Lyric, I love you, baby. We need each other. Let's stop that. A man needs a woman, and a woman needs a man. I understand what you're saying about the bullshit. Don't none of us need none of that. But now, we need each other.
Devious.
Yes. I'm listening.
We're gonna have to have you on one of the nighttime shows. We try to censor our language.
Yeah, I'm with it.
Yeah, I slip up sometimes too. I'm just letting you know, man.
Oh, my fault.
No. Go ahead. Go ahead.
This is a real touchy subject for me.
Yes,
You understand what I'm saying? Like, cause I love my sisters. I need my woman. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I'm not finna do now. I'm not finna. And women need men too, man. We need to get out that mindset because we need each other. Cause if honestly, and I'm gonna say this, our race, black men and black women love each other like we supposed to, man. Can't nobody mess with us, man. In nothing. I get offended on a lot of stuff that people say people better than us at. No, they not. I mean, they better than us because we divided. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We divided. I mean, and we ain't scared to put it out there like that. Oh, I don't need it. You know, I be watching Kevin Samuels, you know, because I really just start getting on him. And man, I'm tired of women. Like, I'm hearing that. Man, they got to make 6 figures. They got what?
Yeah.
Stop it, y'all. Like, come on now.
Yeah. That gets on my nerves, man.
And it's like
That's another topic.
Standards so high that, and the one setting these standards this high, you never had that in your life.
Nah.
You never experienced that. So why you? Come on now. Stop it.
And one of the callers, I think that was Nona Jr. Yeah, that was Nona Jr. that said, you know, he was speaking to the men, but you know, some of the women too. I guess stay in
both ways.
Stay in your bracket.
Yes, it goes both ways. Like, come on, y'all. Like, we need to get out of that.
I'm gonna say this real quick, and I'm gonna leave it alone until we stop playing, until we stop feeding the divide and conquer mechanism. We forever gonna be lost.
I mean, it starts at the yellow skin and black skin and all that. I'm talking about, man. I don't care what
light skin and then brown skin,
brown skin, dark skin, and team dark skin, team light skin. It starts there.
Dog, that's it. The divide and conquer. Until we stop catering and feeding the divide and conquer creature, it's gonna always be this way. Like, you have to look at this thing. You have to start looking at this thing through a lens of what is the controlling mechanism. We need to destroy that and not each other.
I'm sorry. I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing at Noni. Noni's still coming.
You got to destroy that. Now, like,
I'm still laughing.
Okay, Noni, that's what I'm gonna say too. I don't need a demon possessed pervert.
That was funny when he said that. Like, he was like, "Yeah, if you go to sleep with a demon possessed pervert, what you think, bro?" It's like, it's simple. It's like Lauryn Hill said. She said it could all be so simple, but you rather make it hard. It's real simple.
But that's deep, because you know, I pay attention to words, what people say. If you go to bed with a demon possessed spirit, come on now.
Right.
Did y'all hear that? Did y'all pay attention to what he said?
Yeah.
Yeah, like, come on, like, and you know, people go, no, it's angels and demons. The spiritual world is real.
Absolutely.
Understand that and really absorb that, and then take it in for themselves. Start being accountable for their actions. And see, that's what
That's what's crazy about relationships.
Don't get me started.
And this is what I noticed
Don't get me started.
in females. Once, well, I'm gonna say this because I'm gonna take it personally. I didn't try to cheat, do all that, got caught, and you know what I said, baby? I'm sorry. I ain't know what I was doing. That's my fault. I ain't trying to lie about it. You feel what I'm saying? The females don't know how to accept it. They really want you to argue with them.
I'm gonna say,
my nigga, you right. My bad. You feel what I'm saying? But females don't want to apologize when they wrong.
Man,
hold up. The only thing I disagree with is when we do that, or when, because I've been on that side. The worst thing you could say is, I don't know what you're doing. I didn't know what I was doing, because we did.
No, I'm not saying. I mean, no, we did know what we was doing. But
yeah, that's why I say that's the worst thing that we could say when we trying to apologize. I didn't know what I was doing. That's right there is trying to avoid the accountability. All we gotta say is, look, man, I did it.
Yeah,
I'm sorry I did it, and if whatever I have to do to make this up, because I was acting with another head or whatever it is, but you never passed the buck with trying to say I didn't know what I was doing.
That's the thing. You really, because our nature as black kings, I mean, because our nature, I mean, it's still in us. We just have to dig into it. Like, y'all know I studied my ancestors and everything. We was never just confounded to one woman. You feel what I'm saying? And then but people don't understand the rules of that. Like, after our culture, they have multiple wives as long as you can provide and take care of all of them. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I read
that's
that.
why I don't know if y'all saw that post I put, equally yoked.
yes.
In this Western society, to be equally yoked to me, okay, think about this, women say, man, I don't need no man, I don't need this. Man, I don't really need her. Okay, equally yoked is, if I make $100,000 a year, you make $100,000 a year. You feel what I'm saying? See, now we equally yoked. You don't need me, I don't need you, but I want you and you want me, and that go to need. You understand what I'm saying? Because we got each other. That means we got $200,000 a year. We can live off $100,000 a year and say the other one.
I love you too, Noonie.
Y'all don't hear me.
No. I hear you. That's a whole different topic, boy, and we need to have that soon.
Yeah, I'm gonna let that one go because that'll take us a minute.
And we got to squeeze in 9 minutes worth of
right.
That's we'd have to talk about that.
When both of y'all like that means that's where love come in. That's where trust come in.
So whenever it's love that come in, it ain't about
like
money,
the first day. That's where damn near every day, like the honeymoon.
I do hear you. And everybody's not gonna go for that lifestyle. But that is a conversation that I'm going to have on one of the night shows very soon. I promise you that. And we'll probably have I'm
gonna start coming in on that night show. I'm coming in on that night show.
So you can cuss?
We'll probably have.
Yep, so I can go clean off.
So you can go from being queen mother to queen heathen?
I'm talking for cussing. That's just so, because see, I even had to ask a person this, because the Bible say don't curse nobody. Okay. Cussing and cursing are two different things.
Okay. I want to make sure he was going to say
word that us in this Western society.
Way too much, Noonie.
You feel what I'm saying? So the Bible say don't argue over words. But I didn't mean for it to come out like that. I'm just so passionate about it. But it was like, come
on. We got to bring you on the show for that one, Noonie. I mean, for that one, Devious. We got to bring you on the show.
I'm down.
Noonie need to come in. We need to have Devious and Noonie on the show.
Yeah, you do that too.
Devious, we got about 7 minutes left. I'm gonna put out. I might make an event when we have that conversation, man, because that's gonna be a good one. We're gonna have people in here tying. We're gonna have
a big round table.
We're gonna have people in here tying their shoes for Noonie Jr. You don't know what's going on, Devious.
You play too much, Noonie.
Let me say.
I'm absorbing our conversation.
Cool. I hate to rush out, man. But we got 6 minutes left. We got 6 minutes.
I love y'all, man.
Yes, sir. Love you too, man. Thank you for calling in.
Thank you, Devious.
That was a good one. That was a good one. That was a good one. That was going to be the last caller for the day, y'all. Thank y'all for calling in. Thank y'all for calling in. We got all kinds of things going on. Demon possessed perverts and tying shoes.
He talking about I love you. Look, I need you to tie my shoe. You play too much, Noni.
We've got mothers raising children by themselves. We've got fathers raising children by themselves, and we've had lots of conversation about that today on the Table Talk Morning Show on Real Talk 100 Radio. We've had fathers saying, "Hey, enough's enough. You know, you mothers, you have Mother's Day, we have Father's Day, and that should be it. But y'all want to come over here and take Father's Day." We've had that conversation. Lyric's very animated about that. She says she's raised her children by herself. If you missed the show, we've had lots of conversation, lots of differences of opinion this morning from Chosen, from our callers, Lyric, from our other host, Chosen, our other host, Lyric, both of our callers in Nody Jr. and Devios. We've had all kinds of conversation this morning, differences of opinion. If you have a difference of opinion, I'm sorry, you've missed the phone calls, but you're more than welcome to comment in the comments. We've come down to the last 5 minutes of the show, and I'm going to hand the microphone back to the two hosts to end the show right now after I tell you one thing. What you're watching right now, for those of you who are just now tuned in, you're watching the Table Talk Morning Show on Real Talk 100 Radio. This is the flyer right here on the screen. We want y'all to tune in every Monday and every Thursday morning from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. for more conversations just like this. Now, back to the show.
Basically what he's saying, stop missing the show. These conversations be real.
At the end of the day, y'all, you know what? Every day we have conversations like this, I can learn something. Yeah. I want to, and just to clarify again, if I say I don't need a man, that's what I meant. I don't need the extra BS that comes with that. I want a man that's going to, and like you say, equally yoked, not financially, equally yoked mentally. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Financially, we can get that together, but mentally, if you can become equally yoked mentally and support each other mentally, that's a relationship you can't tear down, no matter how much money you make.
I want to talk about like different ways of leadership one day, because sometimes, you know, because that's what gets in the way too. You know, the difference between everybody want to be a boss, but don't nobody know what the difference between a boss and a leader is. So I want to talk about that one day too.
Yes, Lord.
And then I want to talk about that one day too. But the bottom line, I guess, in my closing statement is this, and what this whole conversation led to is.
No, you're not Noonie.
What this whole conversation
you see that, Chosen?
What it said? What did it say?
He said I'm a demon possessed pervert, and then talking about some ha.
I'm gonna tell y'all. You know, and this another one too. I'm gonna throw this out here. We all have experience. You're here to experience everything. So we've all experienced certain things. Some things we ain't proud of, and some things we learn to deal with, to get rid of inside of yourselves, inside of your spirit. Some things we want to say, hey, you know, I'm gonna take that to the grave with me. And we've all done that. So until you admit and you look at yourself for who you are, look at yourself for what you've done, and look at who you are and who you aspire to be, then, you know, you're not really going to get that type of growth that you need. You can't just deny certain things. So we've all been demon possessed, perverted, all that. In some way, form, people just don't talk about it. People just don't put it out there, but you done been there. Now, whether or not you get better, you go away from that.
I ain't taking that one. I'm sorry.
Nah. Are you serious?
I ain't taking that one. I'm sorry. I ain't never been demon possessed.
Dental floss and
that is not demon possessed.
That
is not demon possessed. That ain't got nothing to do with being demon possessed.
Demon possessed and not demon possessed, shoestring and dental floss.
That is not demon possessed, baby.
Well, he said perverted, like you.
That ain't even perverted, especially if I look good in it.
So, but I'm just saying, dog, we all have things,
shortcomings.
Not really shortcomings, dog, but you've thought about certain things because look, we exposed to different things every day through our lives. You've seen some stuff that you can't unseen. You done heard some things that you can't unhear.
Unhear, yeah.
Vulnerabilities.
So, I mean, well, it's not really vulnerabilities. It's just being exposed to stuff. We sponges. You know what I'm saying? So you're gonna think about certain things. Why is this that? To try to, it's part of your human nature to figure out why certain things is what it is when you don't understand it. Like I said, you were a child before you became an adult. Things you just didn't know, things you don't understand, things hit.
And some things they never even got.
Yeah.
You know.
I mean, that's just it. You have to understand. You know, until you come face to face and full circle with yourself and work out some of those things and talk to the child in you and resolve certain issues and stuff like that, then you know what I'm saying, you're halting your growth, your spiritual growth, your mental growth, those things. You're halting those until you come face to face with some of the things that you were exposed to. Their experiences. Life is an experience. That's it. That's my closing statement. I'm done.
Life is an experience. In closing, lyric Chosen has already spoken. Life is an experience, and we all go through it. We all handle it differently. What are you saying in closing today?
Yeah, just at the end of the day, you know, us as women, me, on the whole Father's Day thing, I'm still gonna keep it. I'm taking that. I ain't giving it back. But you know, I commend all my fathers who are out there and who step up to the plate and do their job. You know, I commend the ones that try, because you have some of them that ain't doing like they should, but they're trying. If they're trying, you got to give them something just for trying. But then you got those that don't even try and don't want to try. I commend the stepfathers that step up and take on the role of the fathers that are not around. I commend that. Hey, my thing is, as a nation, as a Black people, we definitely have to stick together and we have to support each other. I get on here and I rant and I rave and I talk a whole lot of ish, and you know, that's my thing. But at the end of the day, I love my people. I love my men. I love my women. I love my Black people, period. And we as a nation have to get together. We are going to have to make a decision because we are losing ourselves. We're losing our children. You know what I'm saying? And we're losing our way of life, meaning our culture. We're losing who we're supposed to be, you know. And at the end of the day, we're going to talk about that too. But peace, love, and prosperity to all my Black people.
Thank you. Now, I'm going to ask you two lovely people how we're going to close this show out. What are we going to pay homage to?
I want to hear Devious. Put one of his songs on.
Devious?
Yeah.
Devious. Virtuous Woman is all I have queued up right now.
Well, go ahead and do Virtuous Woman. That's okay.
Devious is up next, y'all. He was one of our callers this morning. We're going to play Virtuous Woman by him, and then we're going to get out of here for the day, and we'll see y'all again on another edition of the Table Talk Morning Show on Real Talk.
Yeah, I got to run too.
On Thursday.
I love y'all.
Love y'all too. We're going to have another edition of the Table Talk Morning Show on Real Talk 100 Radio from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. Thursday morning. We'll see y'all. This is Devious. Y'all follow him on all social media platforms, and we also want you to follow him on all music platforms. We're out of here for today. Y'all have a great Monday and a great week. We're out of here. Bye-bye.
Yes, she is. Who can find a virtuous woman? For her price is far above ruby. Yes, she is. The heart of her husband doeth safely trust in her, so that he shall have no need of spoil. She will do him good and not evil all the days of her life. She seeketh wool and flax and worketh willingly with her hands. She is love, she is joy, she is hope, she is peace. She was sent from above. Thank you, God, cause she for me. She is my mama, feel good. This for your sister, my baby girl. The value of her is by far worth more than pearls.
also more precious than rubies. Truly, how many define her? She that needle in the hate, stack a diamond in the rough. She will do good and not evil towards everyone that she loves. In her, the heart of her husband, he knows he can surely trust. She is my mother's grandmother, which is my grandmother's mother. She my mother, she my auntie, she my sister, she my cousins. I swear she is like no other. Can't be compared to another. She turned pennies to nickels, nickels to dimes. She's a hustler. She is my main thing. I love her, my better half. She my real. She is the mother of earth who births the reason we live. She is the reason we here. She is the past and what's coming. She is Tyra. She is my wife, Miss Gray, the virtuous woman.
She is like the merchant ship. She bringeth her food from afar. She riseth also while it is yet night, and giveth her meat to her household, and a portion to her maid.
Yeah, she's my homie, my road dog, my best friend. She my partner. She is the one that holds me down, so I must build her up proper. I thank the Lord for this blessing. It feels so good that I got her, but I swear for God, life will be hard. You got to live it without her. She makes me proud. I say it loud. She makes me smile and get chills. She is a nurturer. She is the truth. Can't fake what is real. She is the full of my feel, cause she's a woman of God. She is my soul. She is my spirit. She is my love. She my heart. Her name is Willie Victoria Gray and Virginia Blade, Betty Alexander, Shirley Jean, Davida Teray, Ramona Jackson, Corona Theory, and Rosemary Reed, Deborah Gray, Debbie Pennock, Lavondia Menifee. Her name is Miss Lorraine Pryor and Lady Donna Nicole, Sadura Scott, Miss Kiki Hudson. Her name Bridget Caprew, Carlisha Haywood, Roxy Hernandez, and Miss J. Blade. The virtuous woman she is, Tyra Terrell Pittman Gray. Yeah, she is.
Hey, baby.
Hello, my love. How are you?
What you got going on?
I'm watching the kids do their homework and cooking.
Virtuous woman.
By the store, you need anything?
Yes, she is.
Do I need anything?
What you got on?
I have a little something sexy on.
Yes, she is.
I'm on the way.
Virtuous woman.
I love you too.
She considered a field and by it. With the fruit of her hands, she planted a vineyard. She girded her loins with strength and strengthened her arms. She perceiveth that her merchandise is good. Her husband is known in the gates when he sitteth among the elders of the land. She maketh fine linen and selleth and delivereth girdles unto the merchants. Strength and honor are her clothing, and she shall rejoice in time to come.
Salute to DVOs, y'all. We want y'all to send your music in. Send your music in. If you send your music in, send your music in. If you're a music artist, send your music in an MP3 form only to the following email. Send your music in to the following email in MP3 form only to Real Talk 100 Radio with 3 O's in it at gmail.com. We support independent music and underground music artists of all genres. We don't care if it's country, rap, rock and roll, Zydeco, Southern soul. Send your music in MP3 form only. Please have your paperwork on it. We want to make sure you get paid at Real Talk 100 Radio. So send your music in at Real Talk 100 Radio with 3 O's. Make sure you put 3 O's on radio at gmail.com. We spin your music for free. Promotion does cost at Real Talk 100 Radio. Y'all get your music in soon. Thank y'all. Whether you're tuned in on Instagram, Facebook, or YouTube, make sure you share the video to inboxes on Instagram. Make sure you share and tag on Facebook. Make sure you tag as many people as you can, especially fathers. Happy Father's Day to all the fathers. We're a day late, but happy Father's Day to all the fathers. If you would like your own show here at Real Talk 100 Radio, we want you to email a different email. That's 4 O's on the end of Real Talk 100 Radio. You can be the star of your own show. You can talk about sports. You can talk about sex, relationships. You can talk about politics. You can talk about religion on Sundays. We're going to have Sundays blocked off for just gospel music and churches to come in and have their own shows. If you'd like to be the star of your own radio show, you can talk about whatever you want from 7 a.m. until about 7 p.m. It's going to be all censored. It's going to be all censored for our sponsors from 7 o'clock at night until about midnight. It's going to be all about uncensored topics, uncensored content. If you'd like your own show, there's the information right there on the screen. Email show to Real Talk 100 Radio with 4 O's on it. If you would like to sponsor Real Talk 100 Radio, 4 O's again. If you would like to sponsor the show for the station, email sponsorship to email Real Talk 100 Radio with 4 O's on it at gmail.com. That's all we got today, y'all. We are Real Talk 100 Radio. We support independent music artists of all genres, and we support and promote small businesses of all over Houston, Texas. If you would like your business promoted, all you got to do is hit me up. That's all we got today, y'all. Happy Monday. Happy Father's Day to all the fathers. Peace. We're out of here.